Studs. 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 Studs.
It's Conway and Whitman, Tim Conway Jr. and Brian Whitman every night right after Lycus on 97.1 Free FM. Tim Conway Jr. is at the, he was taking a tour at the Museum of Tolerance, and where he likes to go on Mondays, and at least once or twice a week he brings his daughter there. And it's run a little bit late, so he'll be here as soon as they're done with the tour over at the Museum of Tolerance. Oh, it's the Tar Pits? He's at the Tar Pits? Oh, no, Jerry. I think he went to the Museum of Tolerance, not the...
I thought it was the Tar Pits.
Oh, really? All right. Well, oh, it's Man's Chinese Theater, Gina? With the hands, the footprints?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just likes to do the tourist thing on Monday evenings.
Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, it's City Walk? He's at City Walk?
That's what I heard.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm not exactly sure, but he'll be here, momentarily. Randy Wang is here, and we have to talk because you have no effing reason to be upset with me.
Why are you going to talk about this on the air?
Well, because on this show we talk about everything on the air because it's more comfortable to talk about these things.
Did I not say that I was going to tell you this in confidence?
Right, but I just told Tim, and it's not like,
All right, you want to talk about it on the air, fine, but...
All right, okay, maybe I shouldn't have told Tim.
Yeah, that would have been an idea.
Okay, so I'll give you that. Maybe I shouldn't have told him, and maybe he, was not the ideal guy to tell this to. But you have to understand, we have to put a show together every night. I mean, it's 3 hours every effing night. It's 3 hours on the air. Every goddamn night, 3 hours. So I got to, think all the time, what are we going to fill the show with for 3 hours? And when you come to me with the nuttiest, looniest, craziest story I've ever heard from another dude, you understand, I have to run to Tim with that. Not that I ran to him with it, but in conversation it came up. So, let's get the sour. Let's take the sour puss off the face.
How about if you're going to tell Tim, you tell me that you're going to tell Tim, because I feel betrayed.
Well, then I'm sorry if you feel betrayed. But you feeling betrayed by me, if that's all I have to suffer to be able to have this conversation on the air and have you be confronted by Tim about this, it's a very small price to pay.
All right.
So Randy Wang has this friend. It's a dude, and they've just been friends, like third grade or whatever?
Yeah, it's my friend Robert. We've been friends since the third grade. And you want to go with this?
No,
I'll introduce this.
It's kind of fun when you talk about it because you and Robert,
I've been friends with this guy since the third grade,
right.
And we've done everything together. He's been my best friend through junior high, high school, somewhat college. We kind of lost touch after a few things. Basically, what had happened is...
And he's a straight dude.
He is a straight man. He's actually, right now, he's married. He has a kid.
Married with a kid. All right, that's important.
It's part of the problems we've had.
And Randy... What?
Well, the problems that we've had, like while we're on the outside, I haven't talked to him in almost a year since yesterday, because he actually moved out of the country to get away from me. No, not out of the country. I mean, out of the state. But
wait a minute. Hold on a second. Why would you, Randy? You're straight, right?
I'm a straight guy.
Right. Why would you have a problem with your buddy having a wife and a kid?
Because
why would that create problems?
My friend met this girl about 2.5 years ago who was pretty much a human blob and the biggest, it's a word I can't use, but in the world.
Right.
Who pretty much made him drop out of college and get a low-paying job so he could support her. And then in me trying to get him out of that relationship, got us into this huge fight where we were pretty much,
Okay, were you one of these dudes? Because it sounds to me like maybe, Randy, you were one of these guys who gets jealous when his best friend gets a wife or a girlfriend. Because that's a strange phenomenon. It does happen, and I suspect it happens more in Los Angeles and, bigger cities than it happens in the heartland of America.
That's probably part of it because... it was a friend of mine, and, I wouldn't get to see him as much because he'd be with this chick.
I'm going to make a note of that. So you did become jealous. You became jealous when they started dating seriously?
Yes, but it was more that, I was very involved in his life. We were, best friends, and he was ruining his life, throwing it down the toilet.
Right. Both straight, right? Understood.
Yes, but eventually we got into a lot of fights. We actually...
Hold on. Both straight, right?
Both completely straight.
never once experimented with each other? Like you never hit it with him once? I mean, just from the tone of this sounds like it's a little deeper than a friendship. That's why I'm asking.
There is no gay stuff going on.
All right. Okay, dude. All right, so pick it up from there. He's married. You're pissed. Why wouldn't you be? He's happy with a child. I mean, you should be furious.
He's dating this girl, okay, who, like I said, is ruining his life. And I get completely, angry with him. Why are you doing this? Why are you ruining his life? Nowadays, I don't get involved with people's lives anymore because who cares? It's too much of a waste of my time.
I agree.
And it never works out when you try to get in the middle of a relationship.
Especially if you're trying to help, because those people don't want help.
Exactly. They don't want help. They don't care. Basically, we got into a fist fight because I called his wife a fat...
F?
No, a fat...
C word?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Basically. So he socked me in the face, and we got into it pretty much.
Oh, he hit you?
And after the end, I beat him up pretty bad.
Wait a minute. This was a year ago?
This was 2 years ago. And because of that fight, his wife forced him to move with her to Ohio, and they got married and had a kid. And then he moved back to L.A. with his wife and his kid living in his dad's house last week.
Okay, wait a minute. They went to Ohio where they had the child. They have a son or a daughter?
I believe it's a daughter. I've not met the kid.
All right. And now they've moved back to Southern California?
Yeah, they weren't making a whole lot of money out there, so he had to move back with his dad. So now him and his wife and his kid are living at his dad's house.
Okay. So you obviously had communication with him. To know all this, to know that he's back in L.A., to know that he's living with his dad.
We talked through friends of friends.
Okay.
But I haven't directly talked to him since yesterday.
All right. So yesterday you did talk to him.
Yesterday he calls me out of the blue, and I didn't know who it was because I hadn't talked to him in 2 years. And he said, hey, it's...
Can I ask you a question? And I want you to answer honestly, Randy Wang.
Uh-huh.
When that phone rang yesterday and you answered it, and you heard his voice... Was it like, and I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but was it like hearing the voice of an ex-girlfriend after like a year and a half or 2 years, and you get kind of it's almost like a, for me at least it is, like a charge of electricity down your back. You go, whoa, like, because you haven't heard that voice in so many years, and suddenly so many memories start rushing back. Was it kind of like that, dude?
It was, but the first thing was, I didn't know who it was because his voice had changed. I guess living in Ohio a couple of years, you get kind of a different accent.
No,
but after that, the volt come down and...
Well, you got the volt. Yeah. All right. You're straight, dude?
I'm a totally straight dude.
All right, so you got the electric volt, too.
Straighter than you.
All right. You got the... I don't know about that, dude. Definitely don't know about that. So you got the electroshock. All right.
That's my best friend since third grade.
Okay, so explain how the conversation went yesterday. How long did you talk to the dude for?
It was about a half hour. We were catching up. It was real. There's a lot of tension there because,
uncomfortable since the fist fight and everything, which was 2 years ago.
Since the fight and since we hadn't spoken, through friends of friends, we both said some pretty bad things about each other.
Right, so word has gotten back and forth and all of that.
Yeah.
Now, you called his wife a fat C.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's completely true. She is a fat C.
All right, dude. I mean, if you're trying to repair the friendship, I wouldn't, stir the pot like this. He might be. Does he know what you do for a living? Does he know you work here?
He does, but like every friend I've ever had there, they say 97 point what?
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say, oh, yeah, they play classic rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they play Skinner, man. That station's awesome, dude. So did it come up that you called it in the conversation yesterday? Did you guys address what started all of this, you calling his wife names?
Not really.
No.
What would happen is first we caught up for a little bit. He told me about him over there. I told what happened to me in the last couple of years. We reminisced for a couple of seconds, but it was very, tension because we hadn't talked for forever. And all of a sudden he blurts out, now that I'm living back here, I'd like to be friends with you.
Oh, God.
But
how old is this dude?
He's 23. I'm 22.
You're both straight?
Totally straight.
Okay. So he says, I'd like to be friends with you now that I'm living back here. I'd like to be friends with you. Oh, he said again.
Yes.
Okay, so that shows you that in his mind, the friendship had ceased. It was over for a while.
Oh, completely.
Okay, so anyway, continue. This is where, by the way, gang, hold on, buckle up, seatbelt on, 10 and 2 position. Isn't that, or 9 and 3? What do they teach now?
10 and 2.
10 and 2. 10 and 2, buckled up, airbags, hopefully fully operational, because here it comes.
All right, so he tells me, if you want to be friends with me still, my wife has suggested that we go to her uncle, who is a therapist, and have some couples counseling, like for friends, so we can repair the relationship. After that, I was speechless.
So he suggests therapy.
He suggests that we repair our friendship. There's nothing gay going on here.
No, I've asked that a few times, I think. I've asked, right? You're straight dude. I asked you that?
I'm a straight dude.
Okay. So you want to repair the friendship and go to her uncle, the wife's uncle?
The wife's uncle.
I would, by the way, just in terms of, I think that would violate some sort of therapy rule. I don't think you should have a family member, but that doesn't matter because
he doesn't make a lot of money, so he couldn't pay for it.
It doesn't matter, my friend, who's paying for it. It doesn't matter if it's free. It doesn't matter, dude. Because this is the gayest thing that any man has ever heard in his life. So if your friend doesn't have money, Randy, to pay for the therapy, or you don't have money to pay for the therapy, or maybe your insurance covers the therapy, it doesn't matter, my brother. It doesn't goddamn matter, man.
Well, I'm just thinking the logistics of it.
The logistics don't matter because conceptually, logistically, doesn't matter. Conceptually, this is a homosexual thing to do.
Yeah, it was pretty shocking.
Right. So where did you leave it? I mean, you're going to explore it? I
told him that I would have to think about it. Because
you said you'd have to think about it? Oh, wow. Well, you're a pretty nutty guy. Are you originally from L.A.?
Yes, born and raised in the Valley.
Really?
But listen, he's been my best friend for, I guess, 15 years almost. And I miss him, you know? I don't have a whole lot of friends. But this is a strange thing to do, and I don't know if I should do it. So I came to you because you've been in couples counseling before.
Yes, with
in
women.
Confidence.
With women, by the way. I've been in couples counseling.
You've been to therapy.
Right, with a girlfriend who I was having sex with, a romantic, sexual, intimate relationship. We went to therapy together. I've never been to couples counseling with a dude who's a friend of mine. Let me repeat that for the audience. Repeating for impact. I've never been to couples counseling with a dude, with a friend. So why you thought I was the guy to come to with this? But I'm open-minded. I understand that.
You're a close friend of mine, and you've been to therapy,
right.
So I thought I'd bring it up to you.
All right.
And then you betray me.
Well, I didn't betray you. Tim, I just told Tim. I mean, how could I not tell Tim? Tim, I mean, when I told you, honest to God, didn't I say to you, dude, I have to tell you this?
All right, gang, please. I mean, the two of you, first of all, you two should be in counseling, okay? I've been sitting here off the air listening to this, and I wasn't even going to come on the air tonight because there's so much craziness in the studio now with the two of you, with Randy or Ryan and his friend, with Jerry, and the whole thing with Woolsey. When I come here, it's like a nut house.
I didn't do anything wrong.
It's a nut house.
I didn't
well, you know what, Brian, I got to be honest with you, dude. When he said to you, listen, I got to tell you something in confidence, and then you said to me, you just took the step because you knew that you weren't going to have the balls to talk about it on the air, but you knew that I had to. Is that correct, sir?
Well, to be honest with you, I thought, Tim, that I don't know any guy who likes a good story better than you. Of all the guys I know who like a good goddamn story, man, you're the guy.
All right.
So when I have a really solid story,
that's true.
I have to get it to you. So,
all right, but let me ask Randy. Randy, why wouldn't you come and just and tell me and say, hey, don't talk about it on the air, but I'm going to go to counseling with this me and a friend of mine.
Tim, you really think if I told you this directly that you wouldn't talk about it on the air?
Probably not. All right, so that blows out of the water.
First you'd call me a homo, and then you'd tell me on the air.
All right, listen, I don't know who you sleep with. I'm not sure, if you're the chick to do. It doesn't matter.
I asked him several times.
I'm a straight guy.
All right, you're a straight guy. Okay. All right. Now, when you first of all, when do you go to therapy with this guy?
We haven't scheduled anything, but I would say if I do want to do it, he'd probably do it in the next week or so.
Okay. Now, this is going to sound really strange, but I sort of support you in going, and I'll tell you why. There's a lot of guys who have had friends since 3rd or 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. I guess you met this guy in, 7th grade?
No, I met him in the 3rd grade.
3rd grade, okay. You've known the guy since 3rd grade.
That's forever. That's like forever.
Yeah, I mean, that's longer than half of the time you've been alive. I mean, it's a great friendship. But there's a lot of guys out there that will probably be more inclined to go to therapy to save a friendship with a buddy than a girlfriend or a wife.
Oh no, Tim! I don't think there's a lot. I don't think there's a lot of guys.
But you can't tell other guys you're doing it. I mean, because I don't know, Randy, you're going to get your balls busted by all your other friends now, dude.
That's true. Not to mention this audience.
Oh yeah, I mean, this audience is going to shred you. I can't imagine why you would bring it up on the air. I mean, first of all,
why would I bring it up in the air? I told Brian not to tell you.
You know everything's going to come on. I think you secretly wanted it on the air. I think you wanted to know, to let this friend of yours who obviously listens to the show.
Tim, all I wanted was some advice for my friend Brian Whitman.
Dude, I think what you did is you wanted to subvert the actual therapy by saying to your buddy, "Hey, listen, I care enough about you to talk about on the air. Isn't that enough?"
Yeah, that's interesting. So now you'd be able to go back to this guy and say, didn't you hear me talking about it on the air? I mean, I do, I got, totally shredded by my coworkers and the audience over you. I mean, you're really my friend. I wouldn't do that for just anybody.
That's true.
It's a very strange scenario. If you're just joining us, Randy Wang, who works here, I tell you, man, all the guys, man,
Randy
at that
Wang,
station, man. Randy effing Wang, man. Had a friend since third grade, as he said. They're both straight. Randy swears to that.
I'm straight.
Randy became, how about this? Openly jealous.
Jerry.
He became openly jealous, he told me, Conway, when his friend got serious with his girlfriend.
Who was a fat C.
His buddy got friendly with a chick, really close, and Randy was jealous. Right. Which is not a normal guy's reaction to your buddy getting into a relationship.
No. I mean, Randy, how... first of all, are you going to go to therapy with this guy or not?
I'm not sure.
I can tell you that from the conversation I had with Randy Wang, the off-air conversation where he was confiding in me, I got the distinct impression that he was going to go to therapy with this guy. He didn't say I'm going, but I got the impression he's leaning
I'm
that
leaning
way.
Towards going, just because I don't have a whole lot of friends,
Right. Well,
and I miss this guy.
Yeah, but, dude, I wouldn't go. I'll tell you why I wouldn't go. Because you risk ruining every one of your other friendships over this one. Because the other guys are going to constantly bust your balls and harass you until you can't see them anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Well, what if they don't know? He could keep it a secret. I mean, couldn't he keep it a secret, Tim, from his other friends?
Nah, everyone will know. And then if they try to keep it a secret, that's even a bigger crazy move. Dude, you've got to ask this guy. I mean, what's going on with him that he's into couples therapy with you? I mean, what's going on with that?
He's real peewit by his wife. It was his wife's idea, I believe.
And by the way, the therapist is the wife's uncle.
Yeah, I understand that. But that's there's so many weird elements to this, dude. And this is all up in Valencia, is that right? Or
yeah, where
Saugus?
I used to live in Valencia.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I didn't know this.
What happened to people up there?
I didn't know this happened in Valencia.
I mean, first of all, do therapists even treat couples who are not couples? I mean, do you have to go to like a relationship expert? Because obviously you guys aren't married. You're not in a gay relationship.
Right. They're not in an intimate relationship.
But there's, friendship there. I would assume there'd be therapists that can help with this kind of thing.
Ah, that's so crazy, dude. I mean,
he doesn't know how crazy it sounds, though, Tim. Look at him. He doesn't know how crazy it sounds.
It's my best friend.
Dude, since I started working this station, every single person has turned into a real effing weirdo. Every single person. Mm-hmm. You started here, when you first started, like, oh, cool. All right, one guy who's not totally effed up. He's got a sense of humor. He's, he's not caught up in the whole crazy L.A. thing. And then, boom, today it's over. I'm going to couples therapy with a friend of mine. You understand how weird that is, dude?
Yeah, it's a tad strange. But
tad strange?
Yeah, it's more than a tad strange.
All right, let's ask the audience what they think, because I have a feeling they're going to, just shred you, dude. I mean, this is going to be a sample of what your other friends are going to have in store for you. All right, here are the phone numbers, gang. 520-9710 and 888-520-9710. Our friend Randy Wang, whose real name is Ryan Wong, and people call him Randy Wang for some unknown reason.
Well, no. The reason is not unknown.
It's because you got my name wrong, Tim.
Tim and I were on the phone bombed one night and talking about the radio station. And I was bombed and Tim was bombed, and there was a lot of laughter going on. And Tim said, hey, I tell you what, man. Who's doing an awesome job at that station, man, is that Randy effing Wang, man.
Right, and then Brian goes, that's not his first or his last name. All right, do you think it's weird for guys who are just friends to go to couples therapy? 520-9710, 888-520-9710. It is the Conway and Whitman Show. Tim Conway Jr. and Brian Whitman. And we're live on 97.1 Free FM. Look at that. welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. It is the Conway and Whitman Show. We're live at 97.1 Free FM. And talking to Randy Wang, man, who's, I guess, what is his title on our show? I guess producer or...
yeah, you could call me a producer.
Guy or whatever. Anyway, he's had a friend since third grade.
Yeah, and he's 22 now. The buddy is 23. Well, the friend, I don't know if this is a real, like, buddy relationship, but he's 23.
Yeah, he's 23, I'm 22. Known each other since we were 8 years old. And he wants me to go to couples counseling to repair our broken friendship.
Oh, Bubba. How did he approach you with this?
Did
he take you out to islands and sit you down?
He called me on the phone, and we hadn't spoken in 2 years. We caught up for a few minutes, and then he just blurted it out. You know, if you want to be friends with me again, my wife said that we need to go to her uncle and do some couples counseling.
I'd love to have a microphone in there, Bubba.
Oh, boy. Now, this is the wife that 2 years ago, Randy Wang called her a fat C.
A fat C, among other things.
And the guy punched Randy Wang. You went down, right?
You
said you went down. In fact, I think we have tape of it, of Randy going down. Went straight down. Then the guy moved to Ohio, you believe, to get away from you.
Yeah, well, his wife forced him to leave because I was a bad influence on him.
You're a bad influence?
That's what she said, and she's a fat C.
Who was the guy, Mr. Green Jeans? All right, dude.
All right, this audience is chomping at the bit to shred Randy, to chime in. 520-9710, 888-520-9710. Jason in Long Beach. Let's kick things off with this dude. Hi, Jason.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Good. Dude, that is the gayest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Is it gay? Is it gayer than having sex with a guy?
Yeah, it really is.
You know that's odd that you say that, because I never thought about it, but I guess it could be.
No, I don't think. No, I have to disagree with the caller there, Tim. Jason, I don't think this is gayer than actually hitting it with a guy.
Well, you know what? At least you get some pleasure out of that, I guess.
Yeah, this I'm going to get yelled at and told all the things that are wrong with me.
But yeah, hey, how good a friendship could you have possibly had if one name calling and punch to the mouth, and you need counseling? I mean, come on.
That was the breaking point. All that was, telling him that this girl's wrong for you, and
if that guy was a decent friend, when you called his wife a fat C, he should have piled on her and called her something else.
Oh, right. Okay, and they both could have jumped in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's one way, I guess, they could have handled it. But
this guy's real pee-whipped.
Well, but you're also jealous that he's got a wife because you feel like she took him from you.
You know, Randy, it sounds like you're F-whipped, like you're friendship whipped.
Friendship whipped?
Yeah, he might be P-whipped, but you're F-whipped.
You're
What's wrong with you, dude?
This is Mark and La Habra on Free FM. It's Conway and Whitman with Randy F. and Wang.
Look, I think this guy's turning into a butt pirate.
Oh, no.
Yep.
You think so?
Yeah, come on, that's obvious.
But you don't think he knows it yet?
No, I think he's in the closet butt pirate.
Come on, man, you're gay.
Oh, so he knows? You think he knows, he's just not telling us?
Exactly. He'll be coming out next week.
You think I'm going to come out of the closet because a friend asked me to go to couples counseling?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
You bet.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think if, I think he has a possibility. I mean, there's a possibility you might be gay without knowing it. A lot of guys, spend 2 or 3, 4 years without knowing it, and then, boom, out of the closet.
Well, and they hit that
stick.
Yeah, they hit that stick, and it's like they have an epiphany.
I don't think I'm gay.
You know what I mean, Tim?
Right. Is that possible?
That I don't know I'm gay?
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Uh-oh.
There you
Here
go.
we go.
All right, Michael in Valencia is on Free FM with Conway and Whitman. Hi, Michael.
How you doing? You know what? There's so many things I got to say with this subject, and you're talking to a guy, I'm 37, and I'm straight as an arrow. And probably get laid more than any 20-year-old guy in the world.
Right.
Come on,
well,
man, you're gay.
Look at you.
You have game. You have game, don't you, Michael?
You know what? It's just being honest. I got two things to say. I'm not going to – see, it depends. Some people really cherish a friendship. You never know. What if those guys were single cats that didn't have brothers? So they might have grown up together like brothers. So I'm not mad at them trying to fix the friendship. The thing I have a problem with is, like, once a wife, gets called a B, of course you got to do something. You got to stick up. That's your wife.
Well, he did. The friend did 2 years ago. He dropped Randy Wang. I mean, he just dropped him.
Socked me in the face.
Randy Wang. There he goes.
So him trying to repair the friendship from a macho point. See, that's the things I want to talk about.
Wow.
There's a macho side that really has a point, and then there's a point.
Really? What's macho in this whole story, Tim? Can you help me with that?
I think the only macho thing is when Randy got popped.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of one of the cool things.
Hey, let's not forget that then I beat the crap out of him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to hear his end of that story. All right. So you're gonna do couples therapy with this guy. Are you gonna drive together? You're gonna meet there?
I think we would meet there. Maybe have lunch afterwards.
No, do not.
And just have a little open talk about it.
No. Because I went to I had a therapy session with a girlfriend. You don't want to have lunch after a therapy session with the person you were in the therapy. Trust me. I mean, whatever the case is with your friend here, this dude. I don't know if you're.
No, you want to move to another state after it's done.
Yeah, that's right. You want to get as far away. The drive home is terrible. Do not carpool. Get there on your own and leave on your own. Trust me. After the session, you need a solid month away from that person.
He doesn't have a car, so he'll probably want me to drive him.
Oh, Babo. You two sitting there in that, what do you have, a Volkswagen Rabbit convertible? You taking a little Miata to this venture?
Maybe I should.
Dude, you're gay.
Yes.
Oh, Babo.
All right. The Tom Leykis show. Oh, boy. How about this? Matt in L.A., look at that, Tim. A similar story.
Oh, no.
How's that possible? Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Nothing.
I love your show, by the way. So I have a story here that's kind of along the similar lines, but me and a friend were best friends for many years, elementary school, junior high school. He got married, and I was invited to the wedding and all this, and I went with my girlfriend at the time, and he got pretty drunk, and he had some things to say about my girlfriend in front of me and in front of his family, and it was really insulting. I took it. I took it as an insult. I mean, if it's one thing,
Right, but he was just your friend, right? Just your friend.
But well, this is my best friend, and it's one thing to say things between friends, but to say it amongst family and in front of my girlfriend who's standing right there, like insulting things, So we had this falling out. We haven't really talked in about, I'd say, 4 or 5 years. And we were really good friends, And so at this point, I think it's not a matter of we don't need therapy. If he called me up and he said, hey, man, let's work it out, let's go to therapy, that's just not something he would say or not something I would say, or it would just be totally awkward and inappropriate, I think. I think what would be most natural
Randy,
for our
right?
friendship would be like, hey, let's hang out. We haven't talked in a while. There's no bad blood. It's been 5 years.
Yeah, but would you go to therapy with the guy?
I'm not even involved with anymore.
That's a great question, though. Tim asked you, though, would you go to therapy with the guy ultimately, Matt?
No, dude. I think that's weird. I would say, hey, let's just, hang out. Let's meet up at, a bar or something, or let's, I'll go to your house and hang out with your family or something.
Let's go shoot pool or just do something you guys used to do. Right.
And then we work it out. And that's the people nowadays are just too quick to jump into therapy, too quick to jump into medications. And, I mean, it's useful in extreme measures, but, man, I think...
Now, let me ask you, I just have one question for you, Matt. One question. I asked Randy Wang... because I had an experience where I was dumped, and Conway and I have talked about this, on Whitman, Tim, where I got...
Oh, I remember those stairs.
Right.
I passed them.
Right, at the call box there on Whitman, right.
Crying.
Yeah, all right, Tim. Across the street from what is... used to be the Oakwood, then it was the Premier, now it's, I don't even know what it is.
Right.
The Plaza or whatever. Yeah, I got dumped there, right. So that girl, after... breaking up with me, called me 3 months later just to see if I was okay. I answered the phone. When I heard her voice, I literally felt almost like an electrical shock that went through my back. It straightened me up. I was I physically, biologically, chemically had a reaction to hearing her voice.
A positive one or negative one?
You know what it was, Tim? It was positive, but it was just it literally... It was like I put my finger in an electrical socket. It like just stood me up real straight, and I was like, wow. Hearing her voice was just really odd. And I asked Randy Wang if he had that electroshock kind of feeling when his buddy called him yesterday, and he said yes.
I did. I've known the guy since I was 8 years old. What do you want from me?
Oh,
he's my best friend.
I understand that, but
Jerry,
you should never get that kind of reaction from any dude.
Now, Matt, would you have that reaction if your buddy called you after 4 years?
No, now, let me tell you guys, because I called him last year during Christmas time because I wanted to, I wanted to resolve.
You wanted to see him over the holidays?
I just wanted to, I knew he was with his family, and they were going through some tough times. And I just wanted to, call and say what's up.
Yes.
And I have to say, because you carry all that, whatever happened, that event, and then all the tension of, it's your best friend, and you want to resolve this, and you want to remain friends. But, yeah, I felt like it was an uncomfortable kind of phone call, and I don't know if this, electricity that you would compare to, talking to an old girlfriend after 3 years is the same, but it's definitely, a very,
let me ask you this: Would you be nervous before seeing him? Like if you were gonna hook up with your buddy who you haven't seen in 4 years, or Randy? Let me ask you, Matt. Thank you for that call. Would you get nervous before if you were gonna go to islands like Tim said you were gonna go hook up? Would you?
The islands on Ventura?
Yeah.
Or the one in Burbank?
Pick. It doesn't matter, dude.
Well, the one in Ventura has valet parking.
Oh, Tim.
Randy, which short sleeve button down shirt are you going to tuck in for this one?
The light blue one.
Would you have a lot of before you left the house?
Would you look at yourself in the mirror?
Right. Would you get nervous a little bit, like you put on cologne and smell good and tennis shorts?
I'd be anticipating. I'd get a little nervous. I get a little nervous before I meet anybody.
Yeah, you're just a nervous dude. I mean, you're just, you walk awkwardly, until I met you, you had that dead paw, shaking people with that dead fish.
Right, you fix that, Tim.
I tried to fix that, but now he's overcompensating by shaking too long, too, with this guy.
Oh, God. Let's squeeze in Travis for 2 seconds.
Shake your hand for 2 minutes.
Travis in Cerritos. Hi, Travis.
Conway, Whitman, what's up, bro?
Hey.
Hey, why don't you tell this guy Randy Wayne, let's call this dude. Come on, let's call this dude. Let's call Randy Wayne's boy, and let's see what the problem really is. Because there's no way another dude should ask another dude to go to therapy. That's like the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, he's on the line? Put his mic on.
Really, Randy,
hi.
Entertain that.
Hi, I'm Jerry's friend.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, it's Randy's friend.
What's up?
Rob?
Hi, Rob. Hi, Randy.
What happened to your voice?
Oh, don't try to tell everybody that I've not always sounded like this.
How's that fat C of a wife of yours?
See, here we go.
Divorced.
Really?
So tell me what you look like. I heard you got boobs.
Yeah. You can actually check out, you want to see a picture of me naked, go to ConwayandWhitman.com.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Dude, that's what's going to happen, dude. This guy's going to look at your new cans and leave his wife. That's how it's going to shake down, my brother.
Oh, Bubbo.
Randy, you're in a lot of trouble in your life, dude.
Really?
If you go to this event and it's over.
Is this is this a crisis point? I mean, this is one of those defining moments.
Yes, you're at a fork in the road, and either you go crazy or you go straight, but you can't go both, dude. If you go to that therapy session with that dude, you'll always be tarred with that brush.
Really?
By us.
Always.
Somebody come in here every night and you're going to say, that's the gay guy that went to therapy?
Well, not necessarily the gay guy that went to therapy, but
a few words you can't say on the air.
Maybe the F word. All right, gang, it is the Conway Whitman Show. Randy Wang is going to couples therapy with a guy. Your thoughts, 520-9710, 888-520-9710. It's Conway and Whitman, live on 97.1 Free FM. Welcome back, everybody. It is the Conway and Whitman Show, and we're live at 97.1 Free FM.
Yeah.
And our buddy Randy Wang has informed us that he is going to couples therapy with a friend who happens to be a guy.
And we're not gay.
And they're not gay.
Right. I mean, well, that's the party line.
Well, I think everyone's starting to think that I'm a homo because of this.
No.
Well, I think there's other factors.
Allison, you don't think that. Don't jump to conclusions. Allison, you don't think that, do you?
I think Randy Wang is giving the guys' network a bad name.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Right.
If you want, I mean, you should go over to Movin'.
I think he's
or Coast.
I should talk to Rick about this?
No, you should go right there to the mix. It makes you move. Get into it.
It's so gay that it's not even gay, because I asked an opinion of a couple of gay friends, and even they said they wouldn't go to couples counseling with the guy.
Yeah. Now, I'd rather eat a dish of cooked dog meat.
Would you really?
Then go to couples therapy with a guy? Bring on the supper.
Yeah, I couldn't. You know, Mike, I have a thing for dogs. I couldn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
I'd go to couples therapy before I'd eat dog meat.
Maybe you and I should go.
You know what? I'll pass on that. But 2 years ago, Randy Wang, well, it all started to unfold when Randy Wang's buddy developed a deep relationship with the chick who's now his wife. Randy says, admittedly, told Tim and I earlier tonight that he became jealous when his buddy got close to his current wife.
I never got to see him anymore.
Right. But did you miss him?
Yeah, he was my best friend. I never cried.
2 years ago, Randy Wang unloaded and called the guy's wife a fat C, and the guy unloaded on Randy Wang.
Yeah, what are you doing calling her a fat C? Were you drunk?
And then Randy went down.
I had a little buzz going on, but I was trying everything I could to get him to break up with this chick, so I thought if I called her a fat C, maybe that would work.
And then Randy got up and hit the other guy, Rob. Then Rob went down.
Yeah.
Everybody goes down like 5 or 6 seconds after they're hit.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Why is that, Jerry?
I don't know, man.
Well, they're dazed for a second.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't go down right away.
I was woozy, going side to side, and then boom.
Hit the floor.
Oh, all right. So there you go. All right.
Well,
Colin.
you know what then he should do? They should hit him again.
That's
I
true.
mean, if you're gonna hit a guy,
double
and he's
up
still
on him,
staggering, hit him again, and then he goes down.
He got one good shot at me, and then I
There you
unloaded.
go.
Right.
All right.
Right. You want to double up
two
on the
punch.
dude.
Yeah. One punch, stagger, and then the other punch, he hits him, and he's down fast.
And by the way, if two doesn't do it, I'd 2-3, boom, boom.
Little left, right.
There he goes.
2-3, Jerry. I'd go boom, staggers, 2-3, down. Can't do it. The guy can't do it. All right, Colin in Thousand Oaks is on Free FM. It's Conway and Whitman. Randy Wang is going to couples therapy.
There he goes.
Good, Jerry.
That's good.
Colin,
What's up?
how are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Randy, one good friend is worth 100 acquaintances. So if this friendship is important to you, and then I would, go after, getting a good friendship. Now, I don't know that I would go to therapy. I think I would go to this guy and talk to him. And, like some of the other guys have said, go to a bar, go to a pool hall, whatever you guys did. But don't worry about, if all your other friends drag on you because, you go to couples therapy, they're not really your friends. So
That's not true, dude. I mean, I'm actually very fond of Randy, but I'm going to bust his balls about doing this because it's just not right.
That's going to make work here very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just not.
Hey,
join the club.
Be a man, stand up. What's all this stuff about, worrying about what other people think? Be a man, stand up for yourself. If this is important for you.
Are you a homosexual, sir?
No, I'm not.
He sounds kind of cute. Did I just say that?
If you saw me, you'd think I was the ugliest thing that ever crossed the face of the earth, so I wouldn't worry about that too much.
At least you don't have self-esteem issues.
No, I know who I am.
All right, dude. You have elephantitis? I mean, you got some kind of ailment?
Oh, that's real funny.
No, I didn't know. I mean, you called yourself the ugliest man on the planet.
Right. I mean, that's quite a statement because there's a lot of ugly people out there.
Especially in this room.
But, how many, the only beautiful man that I've ever seen was the one I saw in the mirror. So, I haven't seen too many guys that walk up to me and tell me I'm beautiful.
Here you go, Colin.
All right. Hey, Randy, after you go to couples therapy, when is it scheduled? I mean, you got anything solid?
I'd probably do it next week. I could do it sooner if you really want me to.
Well, can you do us a favor? Can you bring the dude in after you guys go?
I don't think he'd be cool with that.
Can you talk about it on the air?
I could probably talk it on the air, but I couldn't bring him because then I'd have to bring his wife, and she couldn't fit through the door. She's just a fat C.
Oh, boom, boom. All right, this ain't going to work.
No, I don't think so.
It's over. All right, this is the Conway and Whitman Show. We're live on 97.1 Free FM.